So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Red Manx TV video, and in today's video I'll be doing a match preview for our game tomorrow night as Manchester United host Reading. This game will be at Old Trafford and it will be an FA Cup 4th round fixture. If you did enjoy this one guys, as always, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, bottom right corner as well, be much appreciated. And of course, get involved in the comment section, let me know your thoughts. How far do you reckon we can go in this FA Cup, and also your score predictions for the game. But of course guys, let's get on to the preview. So guys, what's going on? So tomorrow night it's Manchester United up against Championship side Reading in the 4th round of this year's FA Cup, and at the moment Manchester United just can't seem to get enough of the cups. We had Forest on Wednesday in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. We've got Reading coming up tomorrow in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Next Wednesday we're back in action in the second leg of the Carabao Cup against Forest, which we're 3-0 up, so it should be a comfortable one. And in a few weeks time we've got a double header against Barcelona over 2 legs in the Europa League as well, which I'm really looking forward to. So there's a lot to look forward to for Manchester United in the Cup still. But the only team left in England, I think, involved in all Cup competitions this season, which again is pretty impressive to be fair. And it gives us as many chances as that to pick up as many trophies as we can this season, which again, I think Ten Hag will be setting his sights on, especially the Carabao Cup, which we're now basically in the final. I know some people will say, oh, you got to beat Forest on Wednesday, but we're 3-0 up, so we are into the final. I don't care if you don't want to admit it or not. We are heading to Wembley and we are in the final. And then of course in the FA Cup, I think here behind that one as well as a competition, we could go on to win this season. The Europa League one is a bit more difficult because we have no idea how that Barcelona game is going to go. It could literally go either way. Both teams are playing really well at the moment, especially Barcelona. They're really getting into some form as well. So if we can get a result against Old Trafford, I do see us having a massive chance in that game, but who knows what can happen. That's the really difficult one. But yeah, we've got a lot to look forward to in the Cups. And when we got Reading, when that tie was announced, I was really happy because with the amount of games coming up, we needed a fixture like this so we can rotate players and we can bring our second players in to do a job. Even some of the reserves as well, who we can bring into this game. We still got to get through tomorrow. There's no excuses about that. We can't have any upsets, and I don't expect there to be any upsets. I do trust the likes of Maguire, McTominay, Palestri, I think will come in. I think maybe Alanga might come into this one, Garnacho as well. So we will see a lot of rotation so we can rest the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Casemiro, Eriksen, Varane, Martinez. And again, by the time that Palace game comes in the Premier League, I think Shaw should be back from his illness, which again, we're not too sure how bad that is. Dalot should be back as well. Martial could be back. So I think these next 2 games are really key to rest these players and hopefully get as many players back as we can. And they'll be getting 2 games to rest as well, which I think is a massive positive, and it's really important as well. So I'm so glad it's worked out like that, because the Forest game on Wednesday, we're already 3-0 up. We're at Old Trafford as well, so again, you can trust those fringe players to come in and do a job for that game as well. So, going into the next couple of Premier League games, we should be ready to go. We should be ready, because we do have some tricky ones coming up. So I think I'm really happy with how it's worked out. Some people say, how are you getting all these easy types? I'm not too sure at the moment, because it never used to be like that, to be fair. We always used to get difficult ones. So for once, it's really good to see us getting an opponent like Reading. And again, it's just worked out wonders for us. So, as I've said, we cannot lose this game tomorrow. But the most important thing about this game, and the one I'm looking forward to, is that Jadon Sancho could be returning tomorrow night at Old Trafford. And I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully, he does start the game. He may be on the bench because that may be the best thing and the more suitable thing to do with Jadon Sancho, to bring him back into the squad. Maybe bring him off the bench, give him 20 or 30 minutes off the bench to do a job and maybe get back into the swing of things. So he could be doing that. But I would start him if he's raring to go. He's been training. We've seen pictures of him. He does look happy being back in training. And again, one thing I was thinking, if he can get out of Sancho what he's been getting out of Rashford, that pair up front could be frightening, because there's no excuses why he can't get the best out of Jadon Sancho like he's done with Rashford, because he's a confidence player, Jadon Sancho. When he's confident, he's one of the best players to watch, but when he's not, when he's out of form, he just doesn't know what to do with himself. He really doesn't. So we've got to get him into the swing of things. We've got to get him confident, play with the ball at his feet, taking on players, and then we'll see the best of Sancho again. But that pair up front could be frightening if he can get the best out of him. So that's really good to see. We've heard that Alanga could be going on loan Palestri has, Ten Hag has chosen Palestri to stay at Manchester United. He thinks he could develop better staying with Eric Ten Hag in the squad. And again, he could be involved on Saturday as well. And he's a player which I'm glad is staying, just because we have seen really good things from him when he has been coming off the bench. Against Forest, when he came on, he was really bright. I think he was a bit of a key player in that third goal as well. Going through and goal. Of course, foul to Alanga and Bruno Fernandes got that third goal. And even before, I don't know what game it was, he came on a previous game off the bench for like 10 minutes and he did a really good cameo there as well. So he's a player I'm happy is staying at Manchester United, but he didn't give away too much in the press conference about the team tomorrow. He just said, we're going to win it. We want to win the game, we want to progress to the next round. But again, Diego Dallo is not available, neither is Shaw for the game. But talking about all of that, guys, I will put my team on the screen now. So guys, what's going on? So my team going into the game tomorrow against Reading. So I've got Jack Butland in goal. I've got Brandon Williams to come in at left back, when I've got Lindelof and Maguire at centre back, and right hand side I have gone Wan-Bissaka. In the middle I've got Fred and McTominay playing in this one. I've got Garnacho, Palestri, Jadon Sancho to make his return. We've heard about it, as I've said in the video today. He could come on, and I expect he'll probably have a higher chance of coming off the bench and starting the game, just having 20 or 30 minutes on the pitch. Think he might do that, but I would start him. There's no better opportunity, no better game really to bring him into and try and get him up to speed again. And up top, Anthony Alanga as well. Looks like he's going on loan, but again, he's not made a move yet, so I do see him starting this game as well. I wouldn't start Rashford, I wouldn't start Weghorst, so he's really your only option you can go with up front. And I think surely these guys can do a job, and I want all of them to impress us in this game. I want to see them try and prove the manager wrong, and be in the first team plans going forward, because we need to add as much competition as we can. So if they can do a job here, surely they're good enough to do a job and come off the bench for us when we need them. So that's the hope for me, guys. But yeah, that's my team going into the game. Let me know yours, guys, but let's get back to the preview. So guys, there we go. That's my team going into the game tomorrow against Reading. Let me know what you guys think down below. And also, guys, let me know your squads as well. I'll be really interested to see how you guys want us to set up tomorrow. As you can see by my team, I have rotated a lot. I've said it in today's video. The next two games are really, really key for Manchester United to rotate our first team players, because we get to rotate them 2 games in a row, which is not going to happen again this season. So this is a real good chance now for the players to rest, recover, and be back and come back stronger for the next couple of Premier League games. And especially going forward as well, as we get further into the competitions, into the FA Cup, Europa League, things like that, we're not going to be able to rest our players. And we don't have any squad depth, so we can't really trust these players to come in and do a job against a stronger side. So luckily we have got the likes of Reading coming up tomorrow, and then we do have Forest as well, and luckily we're 3-0 up in that game, so the players should be able to do a job. If they can't come in tomorrow and do a job against Reading, Championship Reading, 14th place Reading, and do a job against Nottingham Forest on Wednesday when you're 3-0 up, I'll be very, very worried about these players. So I'm trusting them to come in and do a job, and again, they should be able to get the job done, especially tomorrow against Reading. So my score prediction for the game tomorrow, I'm going to say Manchester United to win this game by 3-0. I think it will be comfortable. I don't think Reading will have any confidence going into the game. They've got the worst away record in the Championship, and they come into Old Trafford, so I think they're going to be focusing more on the league and see this one. They probably might even rest a few players in this side and maybe go over a weakened side. I'm not too sure. So I don't think they're going to be playing a very strong side in this game, because I don't think they're going to think they stand a chance in this one. But it's the likes. There's a good opportunity for the likes of Alanga, Garnacho, players like that to come in and show their promise and do a job. McTominay, Maguire, can they really prove to the manager that they want to be part of first team plans or get into that first team? Again, the next 2 games are going to be key for these players if they want to stay at Manchester United or not. That's going to be the key thing for me. So yeah, I'm going to go 3-0 to Manchester United, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. It's a bit of a shorter one today because I don't have too much to say about the game, and there's not really a lot to talk about, is there really? But if you did enjoy the video, make sure to smash a like, guys. We really, really appreciate it if you guys can do that. Bottom right corner, guys, subscribe to the channel and get sharing as well. As many people to subscribe to the channel as possible be much appreciated. And also, as always, guys, let me know your score predictions down below. Is it going to be as comfortable as we think? Is there a shock on the cards? I don't think so, but you guys might think different. But yeah, guys, that's me done, and I'll see you guys later. Come on.